and environmental education. Live here with your humble and diplomatic anchor person. Yeah, my name is diplomatic Baba Anthony Akatako, and my name is that on top the matter when it concerns Nigeria history, social and environmental education. I did live here for the studio with the author of the book, the person when he writes the book. Now deal with for the studio. So in go use your own mouth to tell us about the person. And first of all, make a welcome to the studio. Good day and welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
All right. So we would like to meet you. First of all, we would call an introduction. So help us to introduce yourself. Tell us about you, your person, and where you come from.
I am Dr. Patricia Wudhiga Ogbonnaya. The other Ekpe logo of Ekpe Ethnic Nation. Ekpe Ethnic Nation is in River State of Nigeria. We have two local governments, another East and another West. And I happen to be born in another West in a community called Ogbonnaya. I was a classroom teacher and later transferred to the mainstream of the civil service. I retired as a permanent secretary by the grace of God. Although I read chemistry, education, and management, but history has been a passion for me from secondary school because everything revolves around history. That's why God, in His wisdom, had to teach us or tell us how the world was made. Everything. When you go to the classroom, the first thing they teach you is what is it. They try to define that subject and how the subject came about. So everything is history. If you don't know where you're coming from, you will not know where you're going. So Nigerians, we need to know where we're coming from.
Okay, thank you so much. When I don't have finished, Nigerians, we need to know where when it come from. That now why this book is very important. So now I would like to ask you, first of all, this is the book we are talking about, Nigeria History, Social and Environmental Education. So I deal with her life and the rest. She is the author of the book. So if you tell us about the book, tell us more about the book.
The book was born out of a passion, a question, to answer a question, a passionate question of what Nigeria is all about. How did it come about? And it actually came up when Nigeria was about to celebrate the 100 years of existence. So much hesitation then, should we or should we not? I was actually in a dilemma, and it's like, where do you belong? And I had inspiration to actually go and research and find out if we really need to celebrate or not. If you have advanced in any way, that calls for celebration. If you've not advanced from where you started, then of course there was no need to celebrate. But as I tell you, if you go through the book, we'll have so many reasons to celebrate. We may not have achieved much as maybe judged by some persons, but if you have a positive mind on issues, you will appreciate how much we have achieved. We pray, of course, for our rate of development to increase, but all the same, I think Nigerians deserve to be appreciated. And before I go, I want to please invite people with positive mind to discuss with us. We'll have a lot of things to learn about Nigeria. Please don't condemn Nigeria and throw away the water. No. Let's know what Nigeria is all about.
Okay, so that's now all about the inspiration about the book, Nigeria History, Social and Environmental Education. Now, let's look at the important contribution. Talking about what this book has to contribute to Nigeria as a country. The book I'm talking about the Nigeria history, social and environmental education, which is this book. What does it have to contribute to the country or to the citizens of the country?
The major contribution that this book intends to make is to bring from individual Nigerians positive attitude towards Nigeria. I'm emphasizing much on Nigeria here because Nigeria, the country, is the most despised, the most neglected.
When you say despise,
Yes.
What do you actually mean?
Despised by the children. See Nigeria as a mother.
Okay.
He has offered so much to us, but we'll cost it. Nigeria jaga jaga. Can you do that to your mother? Nigeria, yeah, this, Nigeria, yeah, this, Nigeria, yeah. Can we? This book intends that we should try and focus on the positive aspects of this country. Government, know your responsibility. And who is the government? Those in authority. It's a government of the people, by the people. We contributed and put you there, either by design or error or whatever. They are there. So you found yourself there. Please know the responsibility of those that should be there. Then, of course, you, the citizen, you should also know your responsibility. We have our responsibility. So we shouldn't be pointing like this. So this book intends that we should collectively put a positive mind towards the achievement of the lofty height that we are praying for this country. That is the prayers and the goal of our founding fathers. All hands must be on deck. Today you are in authority, tomorrow you are not there. Today you are sitting at the back seat, tomorrow you'll be there. So don't be, let us not focus mainly on criticism. No. Let us try and join hands together.
Okay, that is beautiful. Let's join hands together as Nigeria and build Nigeria together, because you have what to contribute, I also have what to contribute to make Nigeria a better place. Now, I believe talking about history, like the book reflects, Nigeria history, some may be thinking, is it all about politics? So I don't know, can you please tell us what is actually inside this book, or what does this book actually talk about?
The book talks about history, social, and environmental education.
Okay.
They all, they are intertwined. You can't discuss the one and leave the other. Otherwise, you will not achieve your objective. History, you need to know where you are coming from before you know where you're going to. Every nation has their history. Every subject has history. So we must know how do we evolve as Nigerians? How do we come together? Nigeria was a community of nations. We have independent nations, powerful politically and economically, with diverse cultures, religion, tradition, name it. But it pleased God that we should be amalgamated together. So that is the history. So we want to know how do we evolve, and what was their objective as they were moving from one stage to the other. Then when you talk about social now is the ways of life. We have human beings in that Nigeria. Like I said, empires and kingdoms with different cultures and different ways of life. So now we have amalgamated. We want to study ourselves to be able to exist among ourselves in unity and in love. So what are the ways of life? How do you do things? How do you do that? The one that is good here will bring it. The one that is this, we unite them together. Then of course, when you talk about the human society, we are living in an environment. A country or the human race can never live without environment. In the environment, you have the trees, you have the plants, you have insects, you have all sorts of living things, floras and faunas that make up the ecosystem. And without this environment again, Nigeria will have unique environment. In the north, you have different climate or different ecosystem. South, then you have mineral belts, That's not where you find this type of nation. Different ecosystem with different and each ecosystem is unique with what its inhabitants. So how do we protect this ecosystem so that we don't lose all our resources, our forest resources? If you go to the last pages of this book, you see some pictures of some natural, have plants, you have animals, you have birds. They were all there before in our bushes. What is it called? Insects, like butterflies. But today we don't have much of them. Most have been destroyed, and God is not creating new things. So you've lost your own resources. You now travel far and wide to go and see one animal or one insect or whatever that was here before. So we need to come together with a positive mind and protect our country, the society, so that we can live in unity and peacefully and enjoy the environment that God has given us.
All right, thank you so much. Now you've talked about a lot of things about Nigerians as a country called Nigeria, and people as citizens inside the country, Nigeria. And I think they came from different area inside the country. It's inside the same country. You talked about the Middle Belt. You also talked about the northern part of the country. So now, I'm going deep into this book right now. Can we also look at or talk about the geopolitical zones of Nigeria?
Yeah, if you go to page, you go to page 3, you see where it is spelled out. Now, in Nigeria, for convenience of governance, and of course to give people sense of belonging, and bringing the government close to the people. Presently, Nigeria is divided into 6 political zones.
Okay, 6.
6. We have the northeast, northwest, north central. We have the southeast, southwest, south.
Okay.
We have states under them. And this is just for convenience sake. That is the state, the actual state now. But if you go to, later we'll go into it to see how it was developing from region to 12 states to whatever state. Today we have 36 states plus the federal capital have making it to 37. Okay. So these are just for political convenience. Okay. And please, we pray that the objective of this division should be achieved. Okay. Those in authority, please do the needful. If you say you divided Nigeria into 6 to give people sense of belonging, give them sense of belonging, and agitation will reduce. Okay. Don't oppress anybody. Okay. It's a give us, I think one of the verses in this national anthem. It's a whole God of creation. It's a give us our desire, grant our heart desire. To have a nation where no man is oppressed. Please, that is the main thing of this. Where no man is oppressed. That you are stronger economically, politically, militarily, or whatever. Don't oppress others. Otherwise, you will not have that unity.
Okay, I think on the area of you telling the leaders not to bring about division among the people of the country Nigeria, some may not actually know why we must come together or why we must stay together. So can we look at in this same book the symbols of Nigeria unity? Because we are talking about unity here. That's the only thing that can make us come together, do things together, and stay together. So what are the symbols of Nigeria unity?
We have our national flag. We will discuss in details about the flag of each of the symbols. Yeah. Because the green, white, green. What does it mean? Recently, we saw during the protests. Some persons were raising up the Russian flag.
Yes.
If they know about their history, they will not raise that flag as attackers. And if you ask them the meaning of that flag, they will not know.
Don't know.
But ask the people of Russia. Ask the children of Russia. They will tell you the meaning of every color of that flag, and every symbol, every thought, everything on that flag. But our own, we don't have it. So we need to know these symbols and know the colors, why the colors were chosen, and where they are placed. Nigerian flag has a rule on how to handle it. If you are not told, you will not know. Now, I wouldn't have known if I didn't research. So this book is actually a book of research that you can actually reference. That's why I said, please, what I call for people here is have positive mind. We know too much about the negativity of Nigeria. We don't know much about positivity. So I don't focus my attention on the positive side of this country. So if you think I have not discussed, I'm not discussing negativity, and you will not hear me discuss that. So we need to know the flag. We need to know how to handle it. And the second symbol is the coat of arms. Please, I say coat of arms because many we are calling it, maybe including me before, coat of arms. It's not coat of arms, it's coat of arms.
I used to call it coat of arms.
I used to until I did research. That's why I'm emphasizing it, you know. And again, the coat of arms has colors. They have red, they have green, they have white, they have black. Why? You have some, drawings here, like a Y here. Why is the head serrated? It's serrated Y. Instead of just a plain Y. There are reasons for it. Why is the eagle where it is? Where is the horse where it is? So these are things we'll discuss in the next episode. Then we'll have the national pledge. The national pledge again, please, our people, let's learn to recite it. In every occasion, let us recite the pledge. As you are reciting, your spirit, soul, and body will be taking it. It becomes a second nature. So even if you are not being policed by anybody, you don't need to be monitored by any law enforcement agency. Reciting this thing and imbibing them will make you to behave, to uphold the unity of Nigeria, to uphold the integrity of Nigeria, so that we can achieve that lofty height. So in every occasion, I advocate that we recite it. Thank God for this national anthem. Because at the time, of course, you agree that people were not reciting the national anthem. They are not singing the national anthem again. Yeah. They will just use the instrument or get somebody to come and sing one thing that you can't even follow. Now we have started well, let us continue with it. Let us sing the national anthem. Verse 1, 2, 3. It's not difficult. So let's sing it in every occasion. And again, Akas, the old one now, the old national anthem, is not to be thrown away. We can actually visit it and collect the wordings of that. Collect the wordings and imbibe it. Yes. He said, let us not forget the labors of our heroes past. That was in that anthem.
Yes, of course.
And it's very important. That is the history we're talking about. It's very important. So while we now decide to sing this, because our National Assembly and the President have said we should do that, have enacted a new law. Of course, as citizens, obedient, good citizens, you are bound to do that. And of course, if you read it, if you sing it again, it's very good. Like I said in my interview the other time, you get the psychology of this if you really if you meditate on it. In the 2014 national conference, I don't forget it. We started very rough, but on the day of the ceremonial day, the closing day, people stood up to sing the now old anthem. What they busted out singing was this anthem, and not even from the beginning. They just started from the middle. Though tribes and tongues may differ, that we in unity we sing it. We are bound to serve, or we are proud to serve our sovereign land. So that was what they busted out singing. It was so emotional, and they were crying. They were hugging one another. These are people that, my dear, we are so afraid of each other. So I tried to, peep into the emotion of the president, and maybe because he associated with our founding fathers, that was why it made so much impact on him. But whatever, whether it is new anthem or the old anthem, please, all of them are good. The important thing is, the important thing that this book intends to do, or this discussion, is to draw out the positivity from our spirit, soul, and body concerning Nigeria. Draw out the love and unity that's in us. Please let us focus less on the areas we have not done well.
All right, thank you so much for this. If you are watching us right now, I tell you, you are going to learn a lot from this book. Nigeria History, Social and Environmental Education. So stay with us on our next episode. We'll talk more about Nigeria history. You're like you heard from her. You got to understand how to undo our Nigeria flag. Me, I don't know how to handle it. But I think on our next episode, I will know how to handle our Nigeria flag. So stay with us on the next episode. I'm the host, Diplomatic Akas Baba, and here with me,
Dr. Patricia Wudhiga Ogbonnaya, the author of the book.
Okay, she's the author of the book. See you on our next episode. Don't forget to make your comments. Make comments, whatever question you want to ask your questions. We're going to give feedback. Thank you so much.